Welcome back. A Georgia woman is now facing a murder charge in a case that could test the state's abortion law.
Police say 31-year-old Alexia Moore took abortion pills to end her pregnancy. If prosecutors move forward, it could be one of the first cases of its kind since Georgia's 2019 abortion law took effect. The arrest warrant says Moore was more than 6 weeks pregnant when she arrived at a hospital complaining of abdominal pain. She reportedly told medical workers she'd taken a drug used in medication abortions, an oxycodone. According to the warrant, her fetus survived for about an hour after being delivered at the hospital. Chris Carson is a criminal defense attorney. He weighed in on the factors that would be considered for these charges.
For the most part, what the legal analysis will be looking to is whether the fetus is considered to be a human and whether there was an act that was done which then resulted in the death of that human.
Advocates argue the charge against Moore's unprecedented and warn it could have far-reaching legal implications.
And here in Georgia, state law prohibits abortions in most cases after a fetal heartbeat is detected. That generally happens around 6 weeks into a pregnancy. Now, before that law took effect in 2022, abortions were generally allowed during the first 20 weeks of a pregnancy in Georgia. And this case is once again raising questions about not only what mothers can do under Georgia law, but also what medical providers can do. And critics call the law's language too vague. Well, this week, I sat down one-on-one with Attorney General Chris Carr, who is also a candidate for Georgia governor, to ask him if he would commit to creating this guidance. It's important to note here, we did not talk about the case out of South Georgia specifically, but rather his views on the state's policy overall.
Look, there are 6 different exceptions to this rule, and at the end of the day, it's to protect life, the life of the mother and the life of the unborn. There are some that disagree with that, but that's my position. I believe in the dignity, value, and worth of every human being, and to me, that is the mother and the unborn child. So there's not gray area. The law is clear. It's only those that want to create political problems, in my opinion, that are doing so.
Coming up at 5:30, you will hear our exchange. I asked the Attorney General if he would commit to creating clear legal guidance on what can and cannot be prosecuted when it comes to abortion care in the state.